Hey, good morning, everybody. Welcome back to part 5 of the Neca Toony Terror review videos. Today, as I said, part 5, or in this case, series 5 of Neca's Toony Terror figures. We do have another set of 4 characters to review. And it occurred to me, several days ago, I did get in from Random Treasures, their newest release. I actually would very much like to do a review of that figure as soon as possible. I don't want to be putting it out 2 weeks, but man, I just want to get these NECA reviews in back to back. I just think it's going to work a lot better for me to have them straight through. And for those who are actually interested in this stuff, you don't have to sit around and wait extra days to see the next set of figures. So I'm going to probably put that on hold until after the last of the NECA reviews are done. So probably by next Sunday estimation, I should have that video out for you guys. Alright, so the first release is from Evil Dead Ash. And I think the other one actually said just Evil Dead, and this one says Evil Dead 2. So one of the things I mentioned when I was talking about the other figure, and they are different figures. Basically, it's the exact same thing here, but in this version, he's bloody. So I love the fact that they keep the theme with obviously the chainsaw attachment to the hand, which was a fantastic. It kind of reminds you of Texas Chainsaw Massacre, so I really like that as well. And of course, the shotgun, man. Who is Ash without the shotgun? And even the blades, the way that the chainsaw is all bloodied up, killer. Like I said, in the last time we looked at this figure, I think it was Series 2, or was it Series 3? I think it was Series 3. Yeah, Ash, Evil Dead 2, No Blood, Series 3, was in Series 3. And I kind of remember just this scene from Evil Dead 2. I probably saw the whole movie, but I just don't remember it. The only thing I can remember about that particular movie is the scene where he's kind of like sent back in time, and now he's fighting all these monsters with the chainsaw attachment. So obviously, anytime you have figures that are both bloody versions and non-bloody versions, I will take the blood and gore every time. And a nice reference to the first movie. You know, seeing the who was it? It was his sister or something that was locked down in the basement, and he had to chain it up and keep the demon down there. So that's pretty solid. I like that a lot. And one more kind of look around. I don't have a loose figure for this one. So, Series 5 is the second of the 2020 releases, which is nice. Next one up, we've got Michael Myers. Again, this was a Series 2 release, originally. Now, once again, the difference between this version and the last version is, in this version, he has the bloody teardrops. Now, you remember in Part 2, Dr. Loomis shoots him in the eyes, and, you know, he's waving his knife around trying to find him. And then they end up blowing him up. But it's Michael, and you can't keep a good Michael down. It was... I'm pretty sure, like, my senior year of high school or something, I watched Season of the Witch, Halloween Part 3, and I don't remember anything about that movie. I know as a kid, so if I was a senior in high school, I'd be 18, 19 years old. And I don't think I ever saw that movie growing up. It was non-Michael Myers based, so I think it really had absolutely no impact. Why none of us really had any interest in it, but still, you know, for the Halloween franchise, you still want to watch all the Halloween movies, right? But they come back with, you know, the return of Michael Myers in Halloween 4. Still the best Halloween movie ever. And this is just... they're awesome figures. They're all awesome. I believe the first version, if I recall correctly, I think he was in a lighter blue jumpsuit. And this is more of a dark blue / black type of jumpsuit. So, a lot of figures, especially, you see them with the wrestling figures from Zombie Sailors, and it irritates me. They always have like these super crazy long arms. For like Zombie Sailors, when you look at guys like Dino Bravo, and when you look at like Andre the Giant, etc., they're like ET arms. They just shoot right out. They're not to scale for that, for the most part. And not only you see the little blood drops as they fall from his eyes onto his jacket, but what's kind of stupid is when you look at the back and you see the blood drops on the back of back of his jumpsuit. I'm like, how do you get blood on the back? All right, yeah, absolutely. On the front side, no doubt, but that's just poor recognition of design right there. I'm thinking the designers, when they made this, they were thinking, you know what, make it more bloody, but you got to be realistic with this, right? So, legs move a little bit. Not a whole lot. Obviously, arm comes up. Stabby, stabby. Yeah, obviously, I like this better than the original, of course. And here is another one of those special pumpkins that serve absolutely no purpose other than just sitting at his feet for display. But stupid, man. I mean, put like a little string around this. Let it situate where you can hold it, right? You know, have it dangling from his hand or something. That would have been perfectly fine. You know, it's got that killer graphics on here. You know, it would be an awesome addition. But all you can do is sit it at the figure's feet, and no, I do not like that. Did we look at the back of the... We probably looked at the back of the card. Who do we have here? Now, this is a fantastic character. This one kind of reminds me of Tales from the Crypt. It's not, but it's in the same genre as Tales from the Crypt. The Creep from Creepshow. Now, Creepshow actually was a comic book series. I want to say the 50s. It could have been the 60s or transitioned into the 60s, but obviously I know Creepshow based on the movies. I mean, 1 was really good. 2, I think was the one I remember best because of the raft, the lake scene where the swimmers are basically are being assaulted by like this black goo in the lake. So that scene was always like crazy. It was always in my mind. Or the Indian statue that came alive. One of my oldest memories is having the guy get his head lifted up, having his head chopped off. The Creep, though. This is, like I said, an awesome character. If we've got the Creeper, where is the Tales from the Crypt guy? I'm still waiting on that figure to come out. What was the Crypt? Was he just simply the Crypt Keeper? I don't remember him actually having an actual name. Alright. Now, the one downside with a figure like this is the feet are absolutely horrible. So, thank God it came with a stand. Otherwise, this would be undisplayable. But I like the little lamp he's carrying. Again, having a stand is necessary. The overall look of the figure is pretty solid. When you look at the face, I don't know how well this is showing up. So, you guys know, I always go back and watch the episode when I do the premiere. I always sit down, drink coffee, or have a bowl of cereal while I watch the premiere when the episode is uploaded. And I don't know if it's just my screen or if anyone else is having the issues, but it looks, I don't want to say very grainy on my TV, but it doesn't give you that crystal clarity So I'm just wondering if you guys, when you watch my episodes, if you kind of get that same look. So I'm just curious. Because otherwise, I'm going to probably have to switch out this Chromebook and upgrade to a, I don't know, what was it called, 4HD or some kind of high definition computer. So that figures like this can actually be seen up close and personal. And you can actually make out the details. So, alright. The Creep. And we finish it off with Ghostface from Scream. Do they break it down by any particular? So here's what bothers me. They call it Ghostface back here, right? So I can understand Ghostface here talking about the character's name. But up here, it should tell you the name of the movie it comes from. And it doesn't say Scream, it says Ghostface. And that's... So again, I'm thinking maybe it's a licensing thing where they can't use the word Scream or something. I don't know. But that's just so dumb. But Ghostface has probably the bulkiest single figure of the entire line. I mean, I don't mind the extra packaging, but it's like when The Simpsons Season 6 came out on DVD, right? The first 5 sets were, you know, like normal DVD box sets. And then when it came out with Series 6, it came in this, I believe it was Homer's head. So it was like this tin can and shaped with Homer's head or something. Or maybe it was Maggie's head. I don't remember. But obviously when you sit on your shelf, it doesn't look identical, so for fans like me, it absolutely drove us nuts. And when I was in Fort Lee, Virginia, doing AIT back in 2004, I think I bought like all the seasons 1 through 6, and those were like Christmas presents for my wife. So when she was my fiance obviously at the time, and when I came home in December. You know, I gave her all these DVDs. I don't think she really wanted them, though, to be honest. She didn't look too enthusiastic. But, I mean, it's The Simpsons. Who doesn't love The Simpsons, right? Ghostface. Now, you kind of look at the character. I like it, and then I don't like it. I'm kind of torn. I just don't know which side I want to take. So theoretically, yeah, it looks great because it kind of gives you like his cape or whatever, his robe dangling in the wind when he's chasing you. And so that graphic with like the sleeve rising up as he's running and the wind blowing, yeah, that this right here, it all makes sense. It looks fantastic. And you see that foot out, you know, like he's running at you, he's charging you. And with the infamous particular knife, I gotta get me one of these. One of the original Scream knife. That and Child's Play. I think they had two of the most awesome knives. And Ghostface, obviously. That face is synonymous with Scream. For whatever reason, I always think about Scream as being released in 98. And Scream 2 was actually released in 98, Scream 3 in 2000. The original Scream came out in 96. So I think my mom took my siblings, took us to see Scream in 1996 for my brother's birthday. So you would think a movie like that would probably come out, I don't know, probably during the summer or something, during a peak season. I don't know. I don't remember if it actually came out in December, because my older brother's birthday is December, so I don't know if it came out that month, or maybe it came out in October, you know, which, again, for Halloween purposes, that would have been a great release, and we were just late to seeing it. But we saw Scream in the theaters, and I'm assuming we saw Part 2 in theaters. I don't remember, but Scream 4, I think Scream 4 was just way too late in the game. I mean, Scream 4 came out, 2011? So having not seen Scream in 11 years, if they had kept coming out like every couple years, that would have been fine. You know, 5, 6, 7. By the time Scream 5 came out, it took me forever to see Scream 5, and I don't even think I've seen Scream 6, if there's a Scream 6. I think there's up to 7 right now. I could be wrong. But at the same time, back to the figure. So I like those attributes of the figure, but at the same time, it gives you more of this anime type of look. There's one, what's it called? Dang. There's one animation TV show where Death, it kind of runs this school of assassins or something. I want to say Death Note, but I could be wrong. But I'm sure fans of that series would know what I'm talking about and can correct me in the comment section. So that's what it kind of looks like. It kind of gives me like that Death animated character and not necessarily your full on ghost face. So it's I get it, ghost face, but again, it's more of that ghostly character instead of an actual human slasher. So on that regard, I'm not a huge fan of it, but again, it's a toss-up. Love it or hate it. I can't find myself in the middle on this. And I don't think there's middle ground. I have to choose a side one way or the other. But that is Ghostface, man. Also, hearing that in one of the last movies, Neve Campbell doesn't even reprise her role. To me, there are certain characters that are synonymous with with movies and TV shows, etc., right? And Neve Campbell, not having Neve Campbell in a Scream movie, it just feels unnatural. And that Haley guy that played Freddy Krueger, without having Robert Englund as Freddy Krueger, it just feels unnatural. And I think that's, again, why that movie bombed so bad. Otherwise, it would have been a fine movie. Alright, this was Series 5, and I am going to stay down for one more video and complete Series 6. I have all 4 figures, and I think I have one of them loose. So I don't know a whole lot about any of these characters, so it'll probably be a very short video. Probably not 20 minutes. It'll probably be hovering closer to 12 to 15 maybe. So, alright everybody, as always, thank you so much for watching, and until next time. Goodbye everybody.